Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the Hot Hustle Podcast with Hank. This is episode 147. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hank. That's HYMPE. It's Hank. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourself to the audience, ladies.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Shavu. I am the new CEO of Somerset Academy Early Learning Center, located at 719 West Girard Avenue. And
I am Quanda Neely. I am the assistant to the new executive director and also assistant to the CEO as well.
So, ladies, I appreciate y'all coming on. We have to start this episode off the right way, though. Sam, my guy, shouts out to my man sipping with Sammy. If you're not sipping with Sammy, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. Um, we met a couple days ago. Me and Tiff met a couple days ago live on air on Sam's show. And I told her the stuff she started going through her rundown. I said, girl, that's an episode. So, a man of my word, this is an episode a couple of weeks later. So, now we are here, spotlight episode. This episode is solely about what you have going on. You start going through the rundown, and I told you when people start telling me about stuff that I like and I feel like we should highlight it, we should promote it, and we should get that out there to the world. I really mean that. So this is what you do when you say things if you really mean them. You spotlight those situations. So Tiff, the floor is yours. Break down the situation for the audience, and then we'll start breaking it in specifics. Brick by brick.
absolutely. Oh, I want to say thank you so much. Like you said, we literally just met on a podcast. That was my first podcast. So it was really, interesting. Somerset Academy is a school that was created for our community. We took the suburbs and brought it into the city. And what I mean by that is a lot of times in the suburbs, we think, there's all these different programming, there's extra support, there's behavioral health, there's sports, there's music. But a lot of times those same programs are not in your regular child care facilities. We look at them as daycares and just, glorified babysitting. Well, Somerset Academy is not that. We literally took a lot of those programming that are in the suburbs, and we brought them right here to 7th and Girard. So Somerset Academy is an early childhood center focusing on infants all the way to after school. We have we have 3 free preschool programs. We also just started Head Start with a partnership with Gateway. I'm really excited about that. That'll be new for this year. But
Quick question. You
yes,
said we go all the way to after school, so we going like pre-K to 12th grade.
after school, think from after school, more so 6 to 13 years old. When
Okay,
we
copy.
talk about our older children after 13, we have a youth program that we're currently in right now with JEVS, partnership with JEVS, that brings youth into the school for job training. So we do a little bit of that as well, and we've been doing that with. It used to be the Philadelphia Youth Network. It switched over to JEVS now, and we've done that for the last 4 years during the summer and sometimes during the school year, so that we can keep a lot of the children that age out of traditional aftercare because the funds are not available. So a lot of our children still want to be a part of Somerset. So we created a way for them to stay involved and stay off the streets. We also have a couple of
Love that.
yes, a couple of nonviolent programs, Beats, Philly Beats, where we talk about how to eradicate violence without using guns, weapons, talking about using the arts. So we work with children with spoken word, music, martial arts, photography, any type of art program we created here for our youth. We also have Operation Peace that deals with more youth as well as young adults. And we work to get them employed. We have a drone project that they're currently working with, learning how to make drones and fly drones so that they can eventually go into drone piloting. We also help with getting young adults into apprenticeship programs, construction, and housing. So we are
Let
a
me
gambit.
let me jump in right here
Sure.
because it's one thing. One thing that we always do, I salute you for, because I always tell people I pay attention when you're talking. Uh, because you said we stopping at 13 with the program. However, we do have something for those kids to get to the high school ages. One thing our kids always do is grow up too fast because we put them in too many grown up situations that they don't need to be involved in at 14, 15, and 16.
Absolutely.
And I let me salute and commend y'all for saying we now have something else for them to do because you be a baby, you're a baby, you're a baby, you're a baby until we just push you the hell out. We always do that with the kids that graduate from high school. When you was going on the prom in May, it was my baby, and now in August, as they going to colleges, nigga, you grown, you got to figure it out. How you
Right.
go from a baby to you grown in 2 months? I don't know. But I, like I said, I commend y'all for still finding something because some of them kids, just because they turned 14 or 15, don't mean his mom
Ab-
still ain't never home and he still is in a dangerous situation that he needs somewhere safe to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, when parents and when we say that we stop at 13, that's not because Somerset wants to. The fundings and the powers that be, they do not fund children after 13. And that is why our founder, Mrs. Pennock, created these additional programs so that, like you said, there are parents that are saying, wait, my child is 13, but I don't want them at home, by themselves just yet. And which that is why we created so many other things for young people to do, because we understand that everybody does not want their 14, 15-year-old home.
All right, I cut you off. So again, listening when you talking, you was going into the martial arts and
Yep.
you was going into the creative side of things that y'all had going on.
Yes. So we offer music. We have a behavioral specialist on staff that supports our teachers and parents and the students. So if you have a child that you may think, well, I don't know if my child should go to school because a lot of programs are saying, nope, you got to come and pick up because they don't have that added support in a classroom. We have that. When there's a lot of parents that are saying, well, my child needs a one-to-one to be in school, but it's taking too long to get those services. We have a behavioral specialist that can, help you to quickly cut through that red tape. And at the same time, we have added support in the classrooms so that our staff can be that one-to-one until those services start. And we created that because we were blessed to be funded by Philly Pre-K and Pre-K Counts. And we've used, a lot of those funds to have added support for our children.
All right, I got a question. Now, Somerset Academy. How long have we been doing Somerset Academy? Because you said we're trying to bring the suburbs into the city, down on 7th Street, North Philly. We'll have all that in the description, folks. But how long have y'all been doing Somerset Academy?
This is going on year 9. Yes, we're in the
Okay,
year
y'all a
9.
fourth grader. Okay. Y'all damn near middle school. Go ahead, y'all.
Yes, we're in year 9. And we will be celebrating on August 17th, our 5th year, and last year doing the Philly Beats project, where we were eradicating violence through the arts.
And where will we be doing the celebration at for the folks so they can pull up? Do y'all need some
Yes,
sponsorships? Do y'all need people to
absolutely.
do y'all need
Yes,
people to come out and vend? Let's walk through all of that situation for the
yes,
17th because this episode will be out a little bit before the 17th, but we can make
yes.
those things happen.
August 17th, please, if you are interested in vending, we want every and anyone. It's free. You don't have to pay to be a vendor. We just ask that you bring a table and chairs, for whatever merchandise you're going to sell. We will shut down the block 719 West Girard Avenue. It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're asking everyone who's coming to vend to start arriving by 9:30 so that we can have everything set up. We'll have food trucks. We're going to have a stage with artists. We have moon bounces. There will be so many different activities for youth. It's always about the youth. We are in the servicing children. We are here to service the children and their families. So if you need support, we have families that just come sometimes to say, I need a bag of clothes. And that's what we do. We have a chef on staff. Our children eat very well and healthy. Our chef prepares breakfast, lunch, and snack. One day a week, we have food from a different culture. One day a week, we have food that has no meat. And one day a week, we are incorporating more of a raw diet. Again, health and wellness is critical to our youth and in our communities. Every Friday, we give out fruit. We give out a basket of fruit. During the holidays, we give out baskets of food. And so, again, anything that our families and the community need, we try to make sure that we are here to service them.
All right, so full disclosure with the audience, I got my tooth pulled the other day, y'all. So smiling and laughing hurts like hell right now. Um, but I didn't even know all of this. This is why I tell people all the time. It's like I don't want to burn this out on the phone with you because I want to give you my real reaction. I don't want to be just like, oh, I already knew she was gonna say this and I knew she was gonna say that. Some of the stuff me and you talked about, and some of the stuff we didn't talk about. So
Yes, sir.
again, for whoever's listening to this, if you've been in, you need some volunteers or anything, y'all looking for a little extra aid or anything, then
Yes.
yes, come out. She said this is a free situation. All you need to do is have your time. This is an easy way for you to have something to do with your kids. That will be a cool environment for you to bring your kids because
Yep.
those are the hardest things to do. Is like, I want to take my kids to wherever, but you never know how them niggas gonna act around there when you get there. This is
Yes.
not that type of situation. So you said this will be 11 to 3 on the
11.
17th, correct? We
Yes.
celebrating our 5th anniversary.
Yes, of our jamboree. Yes, we've been doing the jamboree now for 5 years. So this year is really going to be, big. We have some artists, some Philadelphia artists that will be performing. Skrilla, CYB. We're going to have a martial arts demonstration. So we have a lot of stuff, going on at the jamboree. Again, it is August 17th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you would like to come and vend, sell anything, please come on and support. If you would like to donate anything, we're going to have a table that really, we're just going to give away clothes, books. We're going to be enrolling for the free preschool program. And for school, you'll be able to come and tour the school and meet some of the teachers, see the classrooms. Each of our classrooms is named after a college. We believe that you are walking through the hollow halls of academia. And even at this young age, we want to prepare our children for the future and whatever future that may be. So each of our classrooms is named after a specific college, and we are looking forward to that college coming out and supporting our young people.
So something that you just threw there, subliminal messaging is what that is. If you are told from the time that you are 4 to the time that you 10 that you ain't never gonna be nothing, or you have to look out for your little brother, your little sister, or if you're always talked down to, then when you grow up, you're going to think that that's what's going to get normalized to you. That's what love looks like to you. And if you're constantly put in an environment, like you said, we're doing preschool to 8th grade, basically, if you're constantly put in an environment of positivity and love and those affirmations or doing different activities, eating healthy, these are all the type of things that we do not have and people
Right.
just gloss right over. So again, like I said, I didn't know all of this. So salute to you and salute to y'all because we need this type of stuff in our community. We need this type of shit to be
Yeah.
highlighted and to be celebrated and to be put on the pedestal and let people know that there are people in the world who are doing good things. Everybody's not bad. I'm trying never to paint everybody with a broad brush, trying not to ever talk in just generalities because your interaction with somebody, me and Sam's relationship ain't got nothing to do with your same relationship. Like you
Right.
might be like,
Right.
man, he said this, that to me, or whatever to me, and I ain't like it. It's like, all right, but me and him ain't had it. So you can't always carry that baggage with people. But when people throw something this good out there, like I said, I feel like we should highlight it. We should salute this situation.
Thank you so much.
Now, you said to me earlier, we're gonna give them a little behind the scenes, the martial arts situation. Talk to us a little bit about the martial arts because I know that was your thing. That was what you
Yes.
initially started talking about when we met the other day. So let's talk about
Right.
that a little
Yes. I brought martial arts to Somerset. I am a martial artist. I am a black belt in Taekwondo under the instruction of Grandmaster Mike Madison. and are with the community karate school. And we are also under Grandmaster, Super Grandmaster now, Ozzy Wright, who was also a former teacher. So I, I, I am surrounded by educators. And one of the things that I learned with my own children, that martial arts really helps not only your discipline in, physical aspect, but really how to handle situations, how to handle problems, how not to react to everything. And I'm sure this is the same with boxers or any type of MMA fighter, but when you have a skill set that I don't really have to argue, or I know how to, just walk away, because you know that you have something that if someone does come into my center of, space, it may not work out in
That's
someone else's
this it's a
favor.
discipline.
Absolutely.
It's a
Absolutely.
see, this is again goes back to the double entendre situation of going back to, like I said, if you get those things as a kid, then they're kind of what becomes normalized to you. I'm Muslim.
Absolutely.
And when my brother's 4 years older than me. He hit puberty at 12. So that means at 8, mom, dad, and my brother are all fasting. So I'm not going to just be in the house cooking and eating. So the discipline that was instilled in me was, we just ain't eating. I don't care what you're cooking. I don't care what you're making. When it's Ramadan and we ain't eating, we just ain't eating. Now I
Right.
lost 20 pounds in a day, one day at work, because it was Ramadan in July, and 100 and something degrees, you're moving around. You tip those
Wow.
scales, you feel good. You feel good about yourself when you tip those scales at 8:30. But yeah, that's having something that grounds you. That's a discipline. That's understanding that everything ain't always just a let's be super aggressive towards the situation. One thing about me is I tell people all the time, I give everybody the same energy except my mom. And sometimes I come off with too much of that same yo, and it ain't that type of situation. But
Yeah.
damn, my face hurts. It's that discipline that you can
Yeah.
you can revert back to, is the type of thing that we talking about again with the martial arts and all. So my
Yep.
bad, go ahead.
No, but I mean, you're right. You're exactly right. I saw how it affected, my children. Watching them, I started, I joined, and then, I just kept at it, even through, hardships. I, stuck at it and brought that to the school. I even once I got my black belt, even came back to school to show what hard work and discipline gets you, and walked into school, that next day with my black belt on, to show, that if you persevere and you stick with something, no matter how long it may take, you can accomplish anything you want to do. You mentioned something about affirmations. We also every morning, we have a Harambe circle. Harambe
Yep.
in Swahili means, what does it mean? Let's pull together.
Pulling together.
Yes. And so every morning, our children say good morning in 6 different languages. They do cheers and chants that allows them to recognize themselves or other people that, they just want to say, hey, I recognize that my mom brought me some, cookies, or that Miss Quanda is my teacher and I love her. But the most important thing in, talking about affirmations is that we provide them with affirmations every single day. We tell them that they are doing a great job. And not only do we give them the affirmations, we're helping them to spell, we're helping them to speak, to be better public speakers. Because there's some children that you may not necessarily hear them in the classroom, but during Harambe, they'll say, I got it, recognition. I got it. And you want to spotlight them. When you talk about spotlighting, we
Right.
spotlight our children. If there's a birthday, we spotlight that. We change different songs that you may know, and we give it a really cool, spin. So the children, really get to spell. And again, hear those positive affirmations. We tell them they're doing a good job, good job, good job, good job. GOODJOB. Good job, good job. Yep,
Again, that's a thing that creates positive traits in a kid. That creates positive
absolutely.
traits in a not even a preteen or a teenager in some cases. because if it's something that they've been doing for years, people could always do. We can always get people to do an episode about what don't you like about dot dot dot. But if you ask the same question in reverse about what do you like about this, that, or whatever, people are going to hem haw
I
and
have
be,
an answer.
I don't know what to say. Now you're
Hmm.
struggling for an answer. People always want to gear towards the negative, which is again, I hate the narrative that like Philly, we can't ever do shit together. And we can't ever
Hmm.
put things together or work together in these situations. And I tell people all the time, that's just all about who you fucking with. If you mess with the type of people who are looking to connect situations or looking to do good or have genuine aspirations for things to be better, then that's what you will get. But if you stick with negative people looking to do negative things, then that's what you will get. And if, like you said, we're doing every day where we're just, even if it's just the appreciation of my mom drove me here, my dad walked me here, then appreciating the little things will make you eventually understand the bigger things. But it takes those little steps because everybody's not going to win the lottery, and now everything's just peaches and cream forever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now I want to switch it over to Mrs. Assistant Director. She's been quiet over here. I know people have just been seeing she's popping in and out from time to time. We're going to throw some of this heat towards her now. So we need to hear from her and figure out what is
Absolutely.
Oh
what are
boy.
some of your favorite things about the Sunrise Academy? Excuse me, damn, I said
Somerset.
Sunrise. Somerset, excuse me, Somerset Academy. Excuse me. Again, I'm dealing with this tooth situation right now.
I understand. Well, I came on board 6 years ago now. Well, 6.5 years now. Um,
Don't
but
cheat
I
yourself
came
out
on
them six
board.
months, girl.
Huh?
Don't cheat yourself out them 6 months.
Yeah, right, right. 6.5 years. But I came on board because I bought into the vision and the mission of the school, which was to give the same opportunities for our children in the community that the school is in, like you would see in the suburbs. And that's what I bought into as an educator because I came there as a teacher, still am, working with our young toddlers, then older toddlers, then preschoolers. So kind of growing with the children also. Um, so even through ups and downs, and people say, "Well, how have you been here so long?" And I tell them, even on a bad day here, because everywhere has its good or not so good days. But even on a not so good day, I've seen worse, which means you really have to be invested in what you like. Remember your why is what I think about. I think about why I chose to be a teacher. I think about why I chose to stay where I am because I have not only a connection with the staff and the administrators and the founder and the CEO. I have a connection with these children and I have a connection with their families. And the little bit that I do is helping these children and these families is why I got to stay. I have to be here. I got to make sure that I see it all the way through. I give them the little tidbits and then I got to see it all the way through. That's
It's nothing.
that's my
It's
heart.
nothing bet. It's nothing better than basically planting the seed and watching it grow.
Yeah.
Especially with those
Absolutely.
little kids, when it's like
Yeah.
you gave somebody something, and then years later they come back and say, "Yo, I remember you told me this, that, or
Yeah.
whatever," and I might not have caught it for the first 8 years, but now it
Right.
makes sense.
Right.
And I know
And
that has to be like the big thing for teachers.
it is. And we're seeing that now. A lot of children I had were infants when I started and seeing them grow to where they graduated from us and went to kindergarten. But even though they're in a different school now, they're here with us during the summer because they, have that connection with us and were asked, where do you want to go for summer? They asked to come back with us. So that says a lot. And that means a lot.
Okay, so now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna have a little fun with y'all. We've gotten all the serious information. We're gonna reverse back to the
Oh,
more of the serious information. We're gonna have a little fun now. This is
okay.
the Get to Know segment, which is sponsored by Custom Hustle. That is at Custom Hustle World on Instagram. It's Custom Hustle Co on Twitter. We do the custom jerseys, custom jackets. We got four versions of the sneaks, the sunglasses, the pocketbooks, the sweatshorts, the sweatsuits, the collared shirts in case you got an interview coming up or whatever, barber capes, however you need it, we're hustling it and customizing it over there at Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co on Twitter.
Mhm.
Now, are y'all into TV shows?
That's more of a Quanda thing.
I
Okay,
can't.
so what
I missed the question. Are we into
TV
TV?
shows.
TV shows? Absolutely.
What is the character that most spoke to you? Pick any show, any genre, whatever it is. What character spoke to you the most? She's
That's kind of hard.
it's just
Ooh,
supposed to
that's
be. We paid talent over here, we're professionals over here at the How to Hustle podcast. We're not throwing out softballs.
Let me see
because
if
I'm
I.
more of a TV show person than I can't say I don't like movies. I don't have a lot of time to watch movies or
Too many
so
paper. You got papers to
shows is
grade.
like
You
when
ain't
I
got
can
time for
catch
that.
it, I'll catch an episode and um oh man.
I couldn't
Um
answer you.
yeah, one of the shows I like now is 911
Okay.
episode with
This is the Angela Bassett, the one with Angela
yes,
Bassett. All right, people keep talking
yes.
about this show. I might have to watch this one.
It,
Shout out to
it
my
is
man, Mr.
really
Know It All. They was talking about it when we was on there.
good. Very
What's
good.
your
Very good.
favorite quote?
Ooh.
This is for both of y'all now.
Oh,
Come on.
okay. My favorite quote, honestly, is "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." And I don't know if you were, speaking in that terms, but it
Nah,
is
this
what.
this is hold on. This is your answer, okay? This is not my answer. This is not get to know hype. This is
So,
get to know you.
yeah,
Okay.
I can.
So your
That
answer is your answer.
that has gotten me through just about everything, right now. It certainly got me through my black belt test as I was sparring at the very end of that tired. I just kept saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It got me through cancer. So
Oh,
um,
let's not
yeah,
gloss over that one. Hey, my aunt,
yeah.
I think my aunt beat breast cancer 3 times. So
Wow.
let's not.
Wow.
Oh yeah, my aunt was the
Yes.
lady on the billboard when you was going down 95, the pink joint. That was her. So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
salute that. You
Yeah.
know.
So that is my favorite quote.
All right, come on. What's your favorite quote
Um,
now?
mine, mine would be by Dr. Martin. Run, and if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving.
Oh, I
I,
like that.
I
I ain't
that's
mad at that
gotten
one
me
either.
through. That's gotten me through a lot. It's like however you get there, you got to get there.
My biggest win
Don't stop.
was
Move. Keep moving.
finish that sentence for me. My biggest win was
My biggest win was getting my black belt.
okay. That means it's your turn now. She answered the question.
I'm gonna use this from one of my staff developments. Like my biggest win.
My
There you
yeah, that
go.
is good. That is
I
good.
tell
It
people,
makes you
listen,
think.
if you're going if you're
My
going to
biggest
plagiarize one of my joints, that's perfectly fine. All you got to do is tell them. So look, when you search the How to Hustle podcast with Hype only accepts 5 stars. So on episode 147, we talked about this, and this
yes,
is
sir.
where I'm gonna refer
Yes,
you
sir.
to. But you
Yes.
only tell them I only accept 5. We don't accept 4. I don't know what 3 or 2 looks like.
Okay. So what's your biggest win, Q?
um, conquering my when I went for my CDA is a childhood development certification. I fought so hard for that, like blood, sweat, and tears. The pandemic came that tried to put a hold on it to the point that I was going to be like, you know what, just forget. Maybe it's not for me to get it. Just forget it. And I had people behind me pushing me. You started it, finish what you started. And so when I finally got it, it was like, that really just, yeah. So now I'm a coach for other staff that we have there that are going for theirs now, and I'm coaching some of them and pushing them, giving them the same push that I got. You started it, now finish it.
You would be saying the other staff at the Somerset Academy. Um, Now, the last one. This is one thing I need to know now. This is an even lighter heart one. What's the last thing that made you smile? Y'all could just both say hi because you both just smiled. Copy that.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say
We don't
hype
have to get
because
too. We don't have to get too
yeah,
personal.
because
Okay.
the because
If
the thing, I'm gonna say this. The last thing that you know what I'm gonna say it. The last thing that made me smile was a gentleman by the name of Job. That is the last thing that made me, and I'm laughing because Quanda and I were talking about it. So that is the last thing that that made me smile.
Yeah.
okay, copy that. I don't know if last night was date night or anything. Again, we don't have
No,
to get too
no, no, no,
personal.
not even.
No, no,
We
no.
were
I'm talking
like,
about because no, Q was smiling and she was like, I don't know if I should share this type of look is what I was
Because
what I
I'm
was
still,
getting. So like I
I
said,
was,
we don't have to get too personal.
no, I think that she knew what I was
Oh,
going
she knew
to.
what you
mhm.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
copy.
that's
Okay.
why
I wasn't sure if she was going to say it. That was the part. I was like, is she gonna say it or is she not gonna say it? But yeah,
All right, come on. What's the last thing that made you smile?
um
Froze on me.
did she freeze?
kind of along the same lines. And so
Oh,
the husband made it a date night. So we went to see Bad Boys. I mean, it's
Oh
not
yeah.
major, but that's
Yeah, my wife
oh,
went to go see Bad Boys. If they could stop
oh,
waiting
okay.
20, if they could stop waiting 25 years between movies, that would be great.
I know, I know.
They coming out in wheelchairs in this next one. All right. So
I know.
lastly, to close out the show is to get to know is not get to know, excuse me. This is what we need to know. Now this is a spotlight episode. So y'all told us what we need to know, but what we need to know is sponsored by H2H Cleaning. That is my cleaning company. We do roofing, plumbing, flooring, HVAC, cleanups, clean outs. We chop down trees. We do a little gardening if that's what you need. We do
Wow.
remodeling, however you need it. We're making it happen over there at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. We're here to help. Just tell us how we can help. We are not handling any septic tanks. I like to tell people that. We can handle in-house plumbing situations. We don't do anything outside, dig a hole for your situation. We can't do that. And we
Mm,
also have power washing. I tell people from the rip, power washing is expensive before you call. But that is at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Ladies,
mhm.
That is
before we
great to
close this one
know.
out.
That's
Oh yeah,
great to know. We
I
have
tell
some
people
things here, so we'll definitely talk. We
Mhm.
have an outside garden and some greenery that we're looking to keep up with. So let's make sure we talk about that.
hey, listen, we from a full-time hustler, I tell people that all the
Yes.
time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know, like I said, this is a spotlight episode. So the whole thing is geared towards what we need to know from y'all. But before we close this one out, lastly, give us the last rundown of the situation for those kids that's sitting in the back acting like they're not paying attention because they're connected to the Wi-Fi.
Um, okay, so we are doing a couple of things right now. We are enrolling for our free preschool program. Philly pre-K counts. If you have a child that will be 3 prior to September 1st, school is free from 8 to 2:30. We have Head Start that will also get you some free childcare for infants and 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds. We have an after school program. So if you need your child to get picked up from school and you are in our radius, please come and contact Somerset Academy. Last but not least, if you want to be like Quanda and buy into the vision and the mission of Somerset, we are looking to hire. We are growing and we have grown. And so we need more teachers that also have Quanda's love and passion for supporting children. So please, please, please come and look us up. We are a happy family. A lot of people say, that in different, I guess, work environments. But if you can certainly talk to Quanda. She will tell you the truth. That is, we all know Quanda to tell us the truth. But it is like a family atmosphere. And while you always do not get along with your family, you know how to say, look, I love you. Let's figure this out because we are a family. So that is, what I would say is, what we're doing right now. We're enrolling for free preschool. The number to reach us is 267-639-9664. Somerset Academy, located at 719 West Girard Avenue.
Copy that, ladies. If nobody else tells y'all this, thank you. We need more people out there in the community doing this type of work. Also, the 5th anniversary is on August the 17th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you would like to vend, the situation is free. All it is an opportunity. All you can ever give people in life is an opportunity. What they do with that opportunity is up to them. But like I said, let me say thank you to y'all from everybody. Thank you. We need more people doing
Thank
this type of
you.
thing. We need more
Appreciate
people
you.
doing these type of things, and this is the first of many situations that we'll be able to work out together. So
Thank
I
you so
appreciate
much.
y'all coming on. I appreciate everybody hitting the button. That was episode 147. We are out.